Obviously, bitterly disappointing at Blackpool. I'm sure you've had the lads in. What have you been able to put your finger on what happened there?
I think the background behind the performance is a bit of a mystery, really. We haven't changed anything. I think selection-wise, we'd have gone with the same team as the week before and the previous 2 weeks. Bostock would have played if it wasn't for a groin injury that he came off with in the last game. So yeah, we had to mix things around a little bit. Bozzy was obviously a loss, but it was about individuals. I think as a collective, I thought we lacked a little bit of the qualities that we've shown, and that is defensively we've been a really good team all year, been the best defensive team, and that attention to detail in attack as well wasn't quite there. I think the start rattled us. I didn't think we handled that particularly well, and I think after that chase, we felt like we were chasing the game. When certainly we're 12 down after about 8 minutes. It's a long way to go, but we just didn't handle that situation well at all.
And has it caused you to change anything about what you're doing in training this week? Perhaps change things up from what you were planning to do? Has it, changed things at all in that respect?
You have to react. It's a fluid game that we play from 1 week to the next. You can have off-season plans. You can have systems in place that are there during the season, and you'll have phases that you plan for. But there's times when you have to be reactive as well, and you have to see that something happened in that game that wasn't quite right emotionally. I think physically, I think skill-wise, defensively, we've got lots of things to work on. We're not throwing the baby out with the bathwater. We certainly chuffed to bits last week when we beat Dewsbury 31-0, and the week before when we put 40 plus on London. But we have to nip it in the bud as well, and we have to be on top of things. We can't let things slip. We're at a stage now, it's really crucial. There's no talk of it certainly in front of me, but there was an opportunity to come and finish third, certainly after the Bradford defeat against Lee. But now we're in fifth, but we're still in with a fighting chance for the four, which puts us under a little bit more pressure. But we've played under pressure all year, so we're not happy with the situation that we're in, but we'll deal with that.
The push for the four is on. We've got to be sort of positive with where we are and what we've got to do, because there's a lot in our hands. 6 or 7 fixtures remaining before the split. What do we need to do out there to really push on for that top four?
I think we need to respond on Sunday, definitely. I think that we've already had a good response from the players at training on Tuesday. I thought they were really open and honest meeting. It was a longer one, probably twice longer than what we normally have. There were some forthright views given from me about how we played, and I asked for feedback from the players with regards to their preparations as individuals and as a collective, and no excuses were offered. So I was pleased with the way they responded. Trained hard afterwards, a very physical session, which again they handled brilliantly. So we're taking baby steps this week. We're building up again and trying to get us back to where we were the week before, when it was all smiles around the place.
Robbie Ward, welcome to Featherstone Rovers. I know you played one game, probably not the start you wanted, but how's it been coming down to the Rovers?
The boys have welcomed me massively, and I've enjoyed my time here so far. We didn't play really well last week, which you've seen, but I think the boys will turn it around this week. So we've trained hard Tuesday, we'll train hard tonight, and it's looking positive.
You're obviously the newest member of the squad. I mean, you've walked into a group of boys. What's the feeling like? Is there a buzz in the camp as they push on to try and make the top four?
Definitely, yeah. Especially after the first week again, we beat Dewsbury quite convincingly, and we were buzzing going into last week. We just didn't perform at all, but I think we've put that behind us now, and we're looking forward to this week.
10 Super League appearances or so behind you. Have you, noticed a difference really stepping down to the Championship from what you were doing at Leeds last year?
Yeah, it's obviously Championship is a drop from Super League, but it's nothing that I'm not used to, because I played quite a lot of my time at Hunslet last year, and obviously playing in the 19s. And when I did play Super League, I didn't get as many minutes as I'd wanted. But obviously it is a drop, which it will be, but it's still a very good competition.
And just a final word about sort of the facilities and what you've got here. I mean, great facilities out there for the championship. It must be a pleasure to come down and train in many ways.
Yeah, it's definitely. We 2 years ago when I was in the England academy, we trained here, and because I were here I came on here when I was 13, and they had nothing. They had a little tiny gym, and there wasn't really anything in. And so when I came back here, it's changed massively. They got all the gym here and everything. The field's really looking well and stuff. So good, yeah. Cheers, Robbie.
Well, Steve Snitch, we're obviously pleased to see you in the gym on the bike there. How far are you away from fitness?
I'm hoping just a couple of weeks. I did my first running session for a few weeks on Tuesday night, so pulled up not too bad. So I'm hoping a couple of weeks, maybe, yeah.
You finished the season strong last year, mate. Obviously, for those that don't know, what's been the problem?
Okay, so I went in. I had a cartilage clean out, shaved some bone off the top of my shin, and he's put microfractures in there, which is they basically drill it to stimulate cartilage. I played a few weeks back. It was probably a bit too early. Since then, we've had a new physio been brought in, and it's put me back a few weeks. But I'm hoping now we're getting better treatment and stuff like that. So I'm hoping a couple of weeks, and then I should be good to go.
You like the business end, though, don't you? You came back. You came midway through last season, I think, didn't you? And lifted a trophy with the boys towards the end of the season. And what have this set of lads got to do to push on for the 4 this year?
I think it was a big opportunity missed last week. We could have gone third. We'll regroup after that. Obviously, we've got real good set of lads. I don't think we've had any favours at all. With injuries, there's been I think a good 5 or 6 blokes injured all the way through the year. Good players what are good to play every week, so that counts. And if we can get everyone back fit and firing, and again we've got improvement in us, we should do all right.
We never realised you were worth 37 points in defence. Disappointed to miss out on Sunday.
Yeah, disappointed to miss out on Sunday, definitely. But a watching game, it was one of them games that were terrible, and I don't think we could play like that again if we tried. We're disappointed to miss out, but sometimes you've just got to miss out because you've got to get ready. No point risking it for 12 weeks and rather just have 1 week out. And
you're going to be fit and raring to go for Swinton this week, or is the injury still troublesome?
No, I'm training tonight, see how it goes, and then fingers crossed be fit for Sunday, so yeah, ripping again.
You've obviously been around the squad for a few years, obviously pushing for the 4 this year. Is there a different feeling about the place this season?
Yeah, I think this year's we're a lot more together as a group this year, but a lot more of our team spirit, playing for each other, and it's shown, I think, with the results and the way we perform. It's not been a perfect season, but it's not far from the dismal displays we put out last year. We've always tried, apart from Sunday, we've always tried in every game, missed out on 1 point, 2 point games, again apart from Sunday, but we'll look to put it right this Sunday. And
I didn't realise we'd signed a lookalike, but I understand that Dewsbury ref got you confused with Jordan Abdul, didn't he?
Well, yeah, first game he played, Oldham, the joke started that me and him looked like each other, and then people been saying it, and then when we played London, everyone was saying me, Abdul and Bussy all look like each other, and then the ref, he said Bostock, and then get back on side, and he was talking to Abdul, and I was behind him thinking, I thought he was talking to me, and then it's a bit of a joke around the place at the moment.
Been a tough week this week, Bozzy. Has there been some honest reflection in the camp?
Yeah, we had a review on Tuesday, honest reflection, not all negative, there was positives, not screaming, shouting, no, that, it's just honest with each other, honest with the coach honest with us, and look to turn it around this Sunday and put in a good performance.
Colton, you look like a man just watching you on the field who's really been enjoying your rugby this year.
Yeah, it's been good. We've got a really positive place about us at the minute, and everyone's just really up for playing, and that makes me enjoy it as well. If everyone else wants to play for each other, then obviously you've got to play your part.
Become the poster boy, I see, as well. You've been all over the posters for the games. How's that feel?
I mean, I've not noticed that one, to be honest. you know. But I mean, I've been, you know, quite happy with my performances. But then again, that's down to my teammates and the coaching staff really pushing me as well.
And the push is on for the 4 now, isn't it? What what have you spoke about as a team? What do you need to do to get your place in that top 4?
Yeah, I mean, it's just about being competitive every single week and just really upping the ante from what we have been doing the past couple of weeks. I mean, we've had some good performances, and obviously we didn't turn up at the summer bash, so we've got to go again and just get back on the horse really, and just make sure that we're consistent every single week and up the ante.
I mean, you're only a young lad now, Colton, but you were here a few years ago, weren't you? How's the place changed since you were here before?
Oh, massively. I mean, it feels like a completely new club. I mean, there's still some players here who were here before, but for me personally, you know, like I'm a little bit more mature than what I was back then, and you know, I've just taken it into men's rugby really, and just getting used to it. But all the personalities change. Obviously, it's a new coach, new coaching staff. Some of the older guys are here, but it's quite refreshing, really. So it's good.
I imagine you're looking forward to every game, but you must really be looking forward to the Halifax game later in the season now.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a good rivalry going. I mean, it's always been like that for the past few years, and obviously, you know, sometimes stuff can go wrong. I mean, to be fair to Halifax, in the previous game, they turned up and we didn't, and you know, they were outstanding, you know, everything that they did, and we were poor in areas. But I mean, we're just looking forward to Swinton this weekend, really, and then just getting our things right, and then I'm sure when we play them again, it'll be a good game.
Cheers, Colton. Cheers, mate. So as you've heard, the coaching staff and the boys, they've had a real hard look at themselves this week. They've been very honest with each other, but all is still to play for. The top 4 beckons for Featherstone Rovers. The boys, you can see them all around me, behind me. They're working hard, they're putting things right, and they're going to put things right for this weekend. And all they ask is that you, the supporters, turn out in numbers on Sunday against Swinton and join the push for the 4.